Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. So today I am sharing a meal that I make a lot during off season and also use this meal as a free meal when adding in the extra little things. So today we are doing soft tacos. So we can either do hamburger meat or we can do chicken, but hamburger meat I feel like it just gives you a really, really nice taste and it reminds me of Taco Bell, but better. So this is the hamburger that I get. This is the extra lean ground beef. It's 96% lean, 4% fat. So cooked, so raw, this is 16 ounces. Once we cook it, it goes down to 12 ounces, okay? And then we have our cheese, Velveeta shredded cheese. And I'll show you what I do with this. I actually don't put it in the soft taco. I add it to the meat. So it gives it a really, really nice taste. So let's get started with that first, and then I'll share some of the other things that we are using. Okay, so we took the hamburger, cut it open, and now you're gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay, so with that being said, then I have a few seasonings that we use, and these are all from HEB. This is the Fiesta brand. So we have our extra fancy hamburger deluxe seasoning. We have our taco seasoning, of course. Then we have HEB Texas Cajun seasoning. This is really, really good. You don't need a lot with anything because it's pretty spicy. Well, I guess Cajun-y. It's really good though. It's a nice little touch to it. So what we'll do, we'll put some of this in here. Taco seasoning. Put a good amount in there. I know it's like, ugh, but it spreads nicely. Then we'll do a little bit of Cajun. Usually I do about like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then of course, cracked pepper. I love cracked pepper on everything. So we'll add a little bit of that in there, just like that. Okay. Then we're going to close it up. And then we're going to kind of shake it a little bit. And you're just gonna kind of squish it around and make sure that you're getting all your seasonings nice and like evenly through the meat. So some parts aren't like really like super seasoned and then other parts are not. Otherwise it'll just, I mean, I'm sure it probably wouldn't harm it, but and I've already got the skillet going, so I heated it up, started it up before we got on here. And usually I keep it at 4. Just like that. Okay. Then I'll take my spoon, spatula, and kind of like flatten it out. See, as you can tell, the skillet's already heated nice. I turned it down just a little bit though. We're gonna spread it evenly on the skillet, kind of almost like a pancake, I guess. So then after we do this, we're going to use the potato masher, and the masher is going to mash it into like little pieces because we don't want big chunks. We want just like little pieces, okay? So let's do that. I'm gonna let that sit there. Okay. And now I'm going to put it back to 4 on my stove. I don't know, everyone's stove's kind of different, but 4 is usually the good number, okay? So while that's doing that, I'm going to get the other stuff prepared is usually what I do. So let's get these out of the way. And every time I cook, I always like to kind of clean up in between because it's just easier so that when you're eating, when you're ready to eat, like your kitchen's not a mess and you don't have a big mess to clean. So while that's doing that, I'll put the cheese over there because this is what we're going to use to put on there. Okay, so we got the meat on the skillet. Next, while it's doing that, I'm gonna get the tortillas. So these are my favorite tortillas. These are the HEB Bakery. They are butter tortillas. and you get 10 in this one. They also have a 21. These are absolutely delicious. So what I'll do is, so this meal fits 6 tacos, which is a lot. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the tortillas, I'm going to put it on a paper plate. And so we're gonna heat these up in the microwave. So what I'll do, put these on the plate. You're gonna take a paper towel, a dry one, put it on top. Then you're going to take another one and you're gonna get that damp, because when we heat it up in the microwave, we want the tortillas to stay moist. We don't want them to dry out, otherwise they just taste like crap. So we got that moist, put that on top of the dry one. Then we'll take another paper plate and we'll put it on top, and then we're gonna put it in the microwave. Now it looks like our meat is already going, so I'm gonna show you guys because I don't want it to overcook and ruin this. So let me show you what I do. Got this pretty good, and as you can tell, it's pretty mashed up pretty good, so it's not like big chunks, okay? So then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add in our Velveeta shreds. And so for the Velveeta shreds, I actually get the cheddar just because I love cheddar. It's like the best. And so we'll add a half a cup into here. And so half a cup is going to give you 6 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein, and 120 calories. And obviously, like, I'm not eating all of this, so it really evens out. Okay, so that looks good, about a half a cup. Put it on there. And then I'm going to just stir it in. And you can also cut up onions and put the onions in here too, and let it marinate with that. And the onion gives it a really, really good flavor. I love cooked onions. I don't like raw onions very much. It really bothers my stomach. But in here, it just gives it a really, really nice flavor. So stirring that up, looks really good, perfect. And then I'll put the lid back on top, and I'm going to turn it down to low and just let it simmer because it's pretty much already cooked. Hamburger cooks really fast. And you don't want it super burnt. I like mine still like a little bit, not pink, but still nice and moist, which is what we want, okay? So let that simmer for a little bit. Let the cheese marinate. Okay, so while that's doing that, we have the tortillas in the microwave. Put this on for a minute. So our tortillas go in there for a minute. It's like the perfect touch for the tortillas, still nice and moist and taste really, really good. And like I said, they are a butter flavor that's really, really good. And so for one of these, the calories are 110, then fat calories are 3.5, and then carbs are 17, protein are 3. So each taco, I usually put 2 ounces of meat in that. So 2 tacos, that gives me 4 ounces of my meat. It's like the perfect amount. Really, really good. So while that's doing that, then I'll cut up usually I get like a Roma tomato, cut that up. I put a little bit in there. I have onion too, but like I said, I don't think I'm feeling the raw onion right now. So we'll cut this up just like that. And this one's like a perfect one. I hate when the tomatoes are like really mushy inside. These are extra things now, okay? Well, obviously the lettuce isn't. So I get the shredded lettuce, and this tastes really, really good. And I usually always fill my tacos, like the 2 ounces, you think maybe it's not that much in your taco, but it is. And then filling it with like your lettuce, your tomatoes. And I like putting light sour cream. I love sour cream, especially on a taco. It's my favorite. And this one is the light sour cream. So macros are not bad. Calories 35 for 2 tablespoons, but honestly, I probably use just about a tablespoon evenly through 2 tacos. So you can use that. And these are not added into the macros that I'm gonna give you for this meal. So these are just extra stuff, okay? Then we also have your HEB This is the mild guacamole, and their guacamole is really, really good. Convenience-wise, maybe you like to make your own guacamole. I do too, but this one's just as good. And yeah, so you can add that. I also have the queso pronto. Macros are really good on here too. This is really, really good. You can heat it up or eat it cold. Then I have a HEB salsa, and this one is mild, and it's cilantro. I love cilantro, and this has a really, really good flavor. With the pico de gallo that I usually get from HEB, it's really good, but it doesn't stay fresh for long, so you have to eat it all within like a couple days. Otherwise, it's really like potent after like a few days. Super like acidic-y. And then we have our mild sauce from Taco Bell, which is my favorite. And then we've got a cilantro lime from HEB as well. Macros are really good. So, but these go, you only need a little bit. So, okay, let's get the meat. Meat looks perfect. And look how good that looks. It's nice and moist. And as you see, like the cheese is all melted in there really, really nice. Okay, so we'll get that off. Turn that off. Cover that up. We're gonna get our tortillas out of here now. And let me show you what they look like. So as you can tell, you can kind of see the smoke. That really, really helps. But yeah, they're perfect. Perfectly cooked. Okay, so got the tortillas, and now we're gonna get our tacos set up. Like I said, I am making a serving for 2, and I've been waiting for this meal. I thought it'd be a perfect meal to cook for you guys because I've been on a taco kick. Okay, so look at these. We got our yummy buttered tacos. Then we're gonna add our meat. So let me grab that. Got my scale. But first, I'm actually going to add a little bit of my sour cream. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit. And like I said, like a little bit goes a long way. You don't need tons of sour cream. 2 tablespoons is 35 calories. I use about a tablespoon. I mean, this isn't even a tablespoon, but this is really all I use. And then what I'll do, I'll take it and I like spread it like that. Perfect. Oh my God. I'm a sucker for it. Then now we'll add our meat. Let's get my meat. Gracie girl, my dog, she smells it and she wants some. Grace, you can't have the tacos though, honey. It's got seasoning in there. Look at her, look at her. Look. You can't have this, honey. I know. I'll give you something else. Okay, perfect. Got that. Then I'm going to add my tomatoes. You know what's funny is I used to like absolutely hate tomatoes. Like I just thought they were the most disgusting things. But it's like as you get older, your taste buds change and you start to like things that you didn't like and you start to dislike things that you used to like. It's so weird. Then we'll add my lettuce. And I like to make my tacos like just like where when you take a bite into it, it's just everything falls out. The fun thing is like, oop, there's a piece of lettuce. She likes lettuce. Let me actually get a bigger plate because this is like falling off. Because these are big boys here. Okay, ooh, there goes that one. Everything just falls out, but that's good because then you can just like, usually I'll get a fork and I'll eat like, and eat it like almost like as if it's like a taco salad. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of this cilantro lime. But you only need a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of my mild Taco Bell sauce that I love, just like that. Not gonna add the guacamole. I'm gonna put a little bit of salsa though. Not gonna use a guacamole or queso, but I just wanted to share with you guys some things, options that you can use to put with this, just to make it more interesting, taste better. And then here we go. Let's try them. Delicious. So that is my soft tacos. So for one taco, calories are 224 calories, total fat, 8 grams of fat, carbs, 18 grams, and protein is 20 grams. Remember that meat always cooks down, because I always find that that's something, even when I first started counting my macros and cooking and stuff like that in the kitchen, that was something that I forgot. So it cooks down. So if you are cooking, for instance, we have 16 ounces raw, right, of the meat. And so when you put it in the pan, it cooks down. So it cooks down to 12 ounces. I am going to enjoy my tacos, and let me know if you guys make it. I hope you guys do. And if you do, enjoy.